Okay, so today we're going to talk about luring. And the first thing about luring is how to hold the treat so that you don't get your fingers taken off by your very enthusiastic dog. The easiest thing to do is push your finger or your treat between these fingers like this and then put your thumb over it and then give this to your dog flat like that. You don't want to present this because that's a perfect target to take off all of your fingers at the knuckles. So here, she kind of almost has to peel that out to work at it. So I'm going to step away now, or Cody's going to come in here, and you see she has to peel it out. Thanks, Cody. So I'm going to show you how to lure some very basic behaviors over here. So the first thing about luring is the understanding that she has to learn to follow the treat. So it can be very simple, and I don't want to go fast. Oops, get that one. I simply want to show her that it's there and that following pays. I'm not going to make her go 100 miles. Obviously, she has a very long learning history with this. So, there we go. Now, for a sit, I would simply lift the lure above her head, and she would sit. To get a stand, I lure straight out, and I get a stand. For down, the easiest way to start with that is to take the treat and go from her nose to her toes. Once the elbows hit the deck, which for Cody is a struggle, that's when she gets paid. See how slow she is with that? At the culmination of each lured behavior, I always pay. The treat in the hand, that's what that means. Come here, you spaz monkey. Sit. There we go. So, the easy thing about luring is that, as you see, it's very simple for people to train the dog to do things with luring. The issue with luring is trying to fade the lure. That means that I have to go from this, all of this hand movement and me going down on the ground, to smaller movements, so that instead of me having to crawl around on the floor, I simply go down and get the behavior. That's called fading the lure. And that is one of the harder things about luring, is fading that for a lot of people. So we'll get into that later. I don't mark any of these behaviors because they're very simple. If I was dealing with a dog who struggled with the down, that's usually the thing that dogs struggle with the most when it's very basic behaviors, I would have to mark the incremental things that we get to on the way to a completed down. So as the example, Cody of course is a great down, so we'll have to play with this. If I have a dog who struggles with down, then I would have to mark yes here. Her head went down. Mark yes. Pay her there. Whoops, get it. Sit. Further down. Yes. Further down. Yes. And see how incrementally we're getting it? Now, I wouldn't say the D word or any of the words until I had an absolute guarantee that they're going to do the word. I'm saying the words to you, not to her. And she actually can't tell the difference, because if you noticed I said down a lot, she didn't actually do it. She knows the difference between a cue and conversation. Hard life.